Welcome back. You're with us here on Quarter Say Quarter Stuck. We are taking stock of what first quarter can throw our way. We've covered a lot of ground, but we still have some big sectors left. So let's kick this segment off with a quick word on telecom, a troubled sector, lots of debt. What can they do in the first quarter? Rima has got all those details. Rima, over to you.
For telecom, sequentially, the operating trends will look better. The key reason is Jio was completely free from January to March, but from April onwards, they have turned partially pay. So that's the reason why for the companies like Bharti as well as Idea, revenues will decline, but the decline will be to the tune of 1 to 2% on a quarter-on-quarter basis, much lower than the 6 to 7% revenue decline that we saw in Q3 as well as Q4. Margins could appear to be a tad bit softer on a sequential basis because A, on account of increased interconnect costs, and secondly, most of the companies undertook significant cost-cutting initiatives in Q4, which bumped up their margins, and they may not be able to replicate that performance even in Q1. For Bharti Infratel, trends from Idea as well as Vodafone are a bit subdued, but that could be offset on account of Jio. The focus this quarter around was the many consultations taking place between the telecom companies as well as the interministerial group to alleviate the financial stress in the telecom sector. So going ahead, we will be tracking that development very closely.
Okay, that's a lot of debt woes. Let's down the hatchet, bottoms up on liquor stocks from Sonal Butra. Sonal.
Well, not a good quarter and not good times around for all the brewery companies this time because of the highway ban that was there for all the liquor companies. There'll be high base and destocking, which will lead to sequential decline in the volumes. Now, United Breweries, there is an expectation of 12% decline in its revenues and 15% decline in its volumes. Going to United Spirits, there'll be the same sort of decline in the revenues at around 13% and 11 to 12% volume decline. That will be basically due to the move towards franchising in the United Spirits across all the different franchisees in different parts of the country. So yes, let's look at these stock. Back to you.
Thanks very much, Sonal, for that. Nishal, let me come to you. Telecom, you already like Reliance Industries. I guess, but that's for the oil and gas business. But anything else there, telecom?
No, I think Reliance still continues to remain our topic, but seems like in the next 2 or 3 quarters we are going to see some amount of bottoming out because we are seeing consolidation happening in the background. So I think that should drive the way forward as far as the sector is concerned. But Reliance continues to remain our topic.
Sanjeev, let me throw googly at you. All the other sectors which we couldn't discuss because you're out of time, textiles, media, chemicals, your couple of picks.
Yeah, so in textiles we have 2 plays. One is Monte Carlo Fashion and the other is Nahar Spinning, both belonging to the Oswal group. I think they've transited very well from just being a pure woolen player into cotton and textile, and we think the transit from Nahar from being a yarn player into now the export market will play out very well. Both those stocks are outperformers. On chemicals, we are very, very bullish on SRF and Atul. We think their margins can expand on the upside. And thirdly, you said we already said United Spirits in the liquor or the FMCG basket. Any decline should be an opportunity buy on the back that they are franchising their model and the new launches have been very well accepted in the market. Plus, they've put a lid on their margin decline, which last quarter showed a huge uptick, and that can continue in the next few quarters.
Dhiren, as we wrap up the show, across the board, which stocks would your preference lie, and where would you look to buy stocks? If numbers actually disappoint. Say the top 3 or 4 ideas.
See, I guess I have a feeling that the whole consumer white goods stroke electrical stroke electronics may not be as disappointing as probably market seems to have thinking about. So my sense is that that is one space where the stocks have corrected meaningfully, and a Voltas or Hitachi could be a good buy. Similarly, the oil refineries, if one looks at, say for example, BPCL, it has significantly corrected. Now, one should not forget that after many, many years, we are seeing a very strong oil consumption, oil product consumption in the country, 3-4% in 1Q also. That is one large cap which we really like at this point in time, post maybe about 20% correction. So, while the market seems to be on the high end of the valuation, but if one goes through these names, there are many interesting bets still out there.
All right, that's the hope on which the market, of course, is continuing to buy, and now at all-time highs. Nischal, Sanjeev and Dhirendra, thank you very much for joining us in this quarter tak edition. We will, of course, get the result season going in just a few days. Thank you very much for joining us on this special show.